I don't want a husband who only makes 900 a month. There is no response from my mother-in-law at the other end of the line. Maybe she's speechless. Hello! The mother of a man who only makes 900 a month.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that Aaron makes 900 a month from his part-time job.
I think you're missing 10.
No, I'm not. It's 900 a month. My name is Maria, a 29-year-old housewife. I married my husband, Aaron, 5 years ago, and we live together in an apartment. We have no children yet. We're not a wealthy couple, but we live a decent life. We live stress-free, doing the work we both love. It was about 6 months ago that a dark cloud began to loom over our peaceful life. My mother-in-law, who lived nearby, demanded that she move in with us. No matter how much we tried to explain to her that we couldn't live with her, she wouldn't listen to us. And to my surprise, before I knew it, my husband was taking her side. This made our relationship quite badly. And then my husband took a terrible action. Since my father-in-law passed away a few years ago, she was doing fine, but began to press us that she wanted to move in with us because she didn't feel comfortable being alone. But that's not the real reason. Her house was getting old and falling apart. It would have to be renovated to make it a comfortable place to live. But my mother-in-law didn't want to pay for it, so she came up with the idea of moving in with us. That way, she wouldn't have to pay for it. However, when we got married, he promised that we would not live with his parents. My in-laws' house is a 10-minute drive away. If she needs anything, we can come there right away. And I know my mother-in-law didn't think well of me since before we got married. She still makes sarcastic remarks about me every time. If I move in with her, she'll just explode into the meanest mother-in-law ever. Additionally, she quit her part-time job she had until recently and is now unemployed. If we live together, we will inevitably have to bear her living expenses as well. With our current financial situation, it's just not possible. However, my mother-in-law says, "Don't be so proud when my son supports you financially." I told her that I work from home and that my husband doesn't support me financially. However, my mother-in-law just ignored me. She just insisted that with her son's income, we can live lavishly. There's no way we can live on my husband's income alone. She immediately replied, "Of course."
He's my proud son, and you're lucky he's a well-paid man.
If my husband's salary was high, then the salary of a part-timer who works 3 days a week would be high too. And my mother-in-law condescendingly said to me that she would take care of the housework so I could go to work.
You can't even finance well when my son makes so much money. You're a big spender, aren't you?
No, I told you I'm working. I'm not a spender. I work hard every day and save money. Well, money aside, this apartment is too small for 3 adults. When I said that, my mother-in-law just casually replied,
Do you want to move into a larger space? Or buy a home?
And my husband, as if he had been brainwashed, changed his opinion. Is it that he can't disobey his mother? Or does my husband really want to live with her? He began to complain to me, telling me not to be so stubborn with his mother. He even said something that made me deeply wonder about him.
It's more fun to live with my mother, isn't it?
What?
She says she'll do the housework for you. It'll be easier for you too, Maria.
My husband is totally on board with the idea of moving in together. What should I do? I was completely at a loss. I resisted as long as I could, but my husband decided to take desperate measures out of frustration. He moved out of the house while I was gone for the day. When I came home at night and noticed that his belongings were missing, I immediately called him. "Where are you? All your stuff is missing."
Yes, I moved out. You never agreed to moving in with Mom. So I just went ahead and bought.
Bought a house? With which money?
I'm not sure what you mean by edit here.
Hello?
It seems my mother-in-law took over the phone.
That's right. My son and I will live in the new house for a while. We may live with you when you've had time to think it over. You probably can't even afford the rent there on your own. You better be sorry.
Okay, well, excuse me. My mother-in-law was still trying to throw her sarcastic comments at me, but I felt ridiculous and ended the call quickly. They bought a house. Of course, they're lying. There's no way my husband and mother-in-law could afford to buy a house with their financial resources. I don't know where they are, but they can do whatever they want. In fact, I can live on my own without my husband, and I can afford to be on my own financially. I was paying the rent with my own money to begin with, so I have nothing to worry about even if my husband is gone. I started to seriously consider divorce. A few days later, I received a call on my phone. Hey, brother, Tom. Long time no talk.
You know, there's Aaron and his mother at my house.
My brother owns a house. Right after he bought the house, he got transferred, and I was left in charge of managing the house ever since. Hold on a sec. I immediately checked the safe in the bedroom. It's not there. Tom, the key is missing. Did you call Aaron?
No, I'm watching from outside.
I'm sorry, Tom. It's just...
I have a pretty good idea what may be going on.
We can call the police already.
Yeah, but they're your family. I don't think the police will intervene.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'll take care of it in a couple of days. Can I ask you to wait a little?
Okay. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Thanks. As soon as I got off the phone with my brother, I called my husband.
Oh, I hope you're feeling sorry by now.
Why is my mother-in-law picking up?
Oh, you don't sound so sorry, are you? I don't need to tell you anything. You're desperate, aren't you? You don't want to give up your husband with a $9,000 monthly salary. Of course, it's my son. A son with enough money to buy such a splendid house.
I couldn't help but burst out laughing.
What's so funny? Aaron said that if you don't listen to him, he's willing to divorce you.
I see. Then divorce is fine.
How stubborn are you? If he dumps you, you won't be able to do it on your own, will you?
Of course I will. Hello! The mother of a man who only makes $900 a month. I'm saying that Aaron makes $900 a month from his part-time job.
I think you're missing a zero.
No, I'm not. It's $900 a month.
When I asked Aaron about his salary, he said around 9.
Yes, that's right, around 9. Well, I guess it's hard to believe that your son only makes 900. Well, 9,000. That's quite a high salary. It was thanks to my salary that we could pay all our expenses. By the way, my salary is around 5,000, according to how you think. I'm not being supported by him. My husband quit his job a few years ago. Since then, he has been working part-time, 3 days a week. When I told my mother-in-law about this, she didn't react. I went on with my story. By the way, the house that you live in right now, the house you think my husband bought, it belongs to my brother.
This house was bought for me by Aaron.
No, it's my brother's house. I was in charge of it while my brother's family lives in another area. He gave me the key, and Aaron took it without permission. So what you and Aaron did is a clear criminal act. So I'm gonna report to police.
Wait a minute. Okay, we'll leave, but please don't call the police.
My mother-in-law hung up the phone screaming. I'm sure she and my husband are in a heated discussion by now. When I went to check on my brother's house afterwards, my husband and mother-in-law were gone. They must have run back to their house in a panic. They immediately contacted my brother and apologized for the trouble my husband caused. And I still had one thing left to do. Divorce my selfish husband. I signed the divorce papers and sent them to my in-laws' house. Then my husband called me in a panic.
You are kidding, right? I apologize for the mess in the house. So please consider reconsidering your offer.
I can't be married to a thief. Please live happily with your mother, who you love so much.
I can't live if you leave me.
Get a full-time job. Good luck making $9,000 a month. But my husband didn't sign the divorce papers easily. I was able to get a clean break from the impossible mother and son who tried to force me to live with them. My husband and mother-in-law continued to live in the shabby house, apparently. My husband went to the unemployment office to look for a full-time job, but because of the long period of time he spent working part-time, it was difficult to find a company that would hire him on a full-time basis. They are still living on his $900 income, and his mother-in-law started working part-time again. My husband's mother-in-law complains to him every day, and they fight constantly. I moved out of the apartment I was living in with my husband and moved into a new place. I don't have to support him anymore. Now that I'm alone, I'm able to work from home more than before. My income is increasing steadily, and when I save up some more money, I'm thinking of buying a house for myself. Her husband just didn't understand his own situation, did he? If he thought about it properly, he should have been grateful to his wife. But because he didn't understand that, he ended up in this situation. It's a good thing that Maria divorced her husband. Enjoy your peaceful life from now on. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like. See you in the next video.